Hello students, I am Dr. Tanmoy Biswas. I welcome you all in my channel Chemistry the Mystery of Molecules. Today's topic of discussion is polytetrafluoroethylene. It also called in the name of Teflon, but Teflon is a trade name, not original name. There are other polymers in the same name also. So polytetrafluoroethylene or PTTE is the best choice based on my understanding. So today we shall learn its preparation and its uses. Let's start. Before going to details, one MCQ: which chemical reacts with PTTE or Teflon? Means whatever it told. Four options are provided. So please pause the video and write your answer in the comment box, and definitely at the end of the discussion you will get the right answer. Now, what is PTTE? This is actually a polymer. How it's prepared? This is prepared by radical polymerization. So this is prepared by radical polymerization of tetrafluoroethylene. So this is tetrafluoroethylene. The ethylene molecule is this one. And by the way, I have already uploaded a dedicated lecture for the preparation of this tetrafluoroethylene, which is utilized for this Teflon or this polymer preparation. Now, in this case, as I told, it's a radical polymerization. So what is used as radical initiator or source? For that purpose, this peroxydisulfuric acid. The structure of this reagent is this one, you can see. So there are now O minus, this is O minus, this is. Now in this case you can see there is actually a peroxo linkage. Peroxo linkages are not that much stable because of these lone pair repulsion. Consequently they are active, and second thing, the oxidation state of these peroxo oxygens are -1, whereas all other oxygens present, means this all are -2. So from this you can understand they are very much reactive and they are prone to decomposition at that bond. And how they decompose? They decompose homolytically and they produce this SOO. This is one O minus and this is one dot. This is actually the radical, and these act as a radical initiator. Now see, the radical is in oxygen, which is actually a electronegative atom. Radical means 7 electron species. I have already discussed in a dedicated lecture about those radicals. They are short-lived, reactive, reaction, intermediate. So that since they are short-lived, electron deficient, and it is on oxygen, very electron deficient, so what it prefers to do? It will prefer to take electron from a electron rich center. Means which center have more electron place. Now where electron density is more? Obviously this bond, because this is actually a pi bond. Pi bond means the sidewise overlap of p orbital, and if you look, the reality of pi bond is like this. So there are 4 fluorine, and this is actually the cloud. This is the cloud of pi electron. Now from here this O dot takes the electron and produces radical. So means you can consider that it takes 1 electron, produces radical, then the reaction continues and ultimately produces this polytetrafluoroethylene. Or in short, you can think that this is actually polytetrafluoroethylene. There was a CC double bond. Instead of that, this carbon have made bond with other. Okay, so in this way this Teflon is produced. Now what is the chemical reactivity and its uses? This Teflon is very inert to any chemical. Why? Because of the CF bond, which is very stable. Why CF bond is very stable? Because carbon and fluorine both belongs to second row. So they are second row element, so they form covalent bond and their extent of orbital overlap is very good because of belonging to the same row. Second thing, fluorine is very electronegative. That's why you can consider these bond have some polarity, but this is one of the strongest covalent bond. Please remember this thing, point number 1. And this is highly hydrophobic. Why? Because this is, we are talking about this CF bond. means this carbon and fluorine, and we know this fluorine has 3 lone pair of electron on it. Hydrophobic means it doesn't love water. Why? Because water, if you look at water molecule, is this, means lone pair. So there is a huge repulsion between these lone pair and fluorine lone pair. So water don't try to come to it. That's why this is extremely hydrophobic. Now this bond is strong, as I told. Second, it's hydrophobic. So this is ideal for cooking, not only simple cooking, non-stick container. Now what was our previous method of cooking? We used iron container for cooking, aluminium container, but we have observed that the food while cooking, they prefer to stick on the metal surface. So that's a problem for cleaning. So that's why this non-stick container, in case that doesn't stick, the food doesn't stick to the frying pan. So that it is very famous for cooking, non-stick. And non-stick is nature because of this CF bond hydrophobicity and strongest covalent bond. That's why when you take a this tetrafluoroethylene coated frying pan, and if you fry, this frying pan doesn't degrade so much easily, and cooking possible on while heating. Now, but is it completely heat resistant? No, it is not. Actually, it decomposes upon excessive heating. You can see if you heat this polytetrafluoroethylene, what happened? Initially it produces its monomer. So you can consider like delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. For this reaction, you are increasing temperature. So consequently, the entropy of the reaction will increase and the delta G will have more negative value. So it's actually a depolymerization reaction, you can consider. But this reaction doesn't stop here. It violently decomposes into carbon tetrafluoride and elemental carbon, because as I told, this carbon fluorine bond is very stable, and this carbon tetrafluoride is one of the very stable molecule, or very most stable among all other carbon tetrahalide like carbon tetrabromide, carbon tetrachloride, carbon tetraiodide, etc. So this, but so this we have understood the issue. So consequently, one conclusion comes that we can't cook this container in excessive heating, that may degrade. Second thing, how non-stick containers are prepared. This tetrafluoroethylene and one glue type material they used, it's I didn't get the information what chemical it is. They mix, they coat it uniformly on the frying pan and they did. But in higher temperature, what happened? These degradation of some degradation happens, and that CF bond compound, means organic material, leached and mixed into food. So that's the issue. Nowadays people in USA mainly, they don't like this material because this CF bond containing perfluoro compounds are bad for health. So please remember. Now, based on all these things in chemistry or labs, this PTFE used as a storage component for very hazardous chemical like hydrofluoric acid. Why hydrofluoric acid hazardous? Because it reacts with glass and produces silicon, hydrosilicic acid, or means hexafluorosilicate, means H2SiF6, this compound. Consequently, they leach the glass. That's why they can't be kept in glass. So hydrofluoric acid is sold in Teflon. We have understood about the chemical properties. Now, in conclusion, it's a very stable molecule, but ultimately it's a chemical reagent. So it is better to avoid for food preparation, because chemicals are not good for health and our body can't digest it, because CF bond is very stable. So first of all, enzyme can't degrade it. Second thing, our biological process doesn't involve such kind of compound so much widely. So our body don't know. What do I mean? For example, if you take means amide, this. So this thing actually, this is actually amide linkage. So in amino acid proteins, you can find such kind of group. So esterase enzyme can break it. Means lyse esterase, or if you take ester, those could be digested like fat, triglyceride ester, because our body knows how to break it, but this is not familiar to our digestive system, so we can't break it. We must use it carefully in order to save from the poisoning effect of carbon fluorine bond or perfluoro compound. And most importantly, non-stick cookware should be replaced with iron based cookware. Now there is a trend that people used aluminium based cookwares. Compared to that, these iron based cookwares are better. Why? Because during the cooking, these iron leaches into the food. Consequently, a certain amount of concentration of iron is maintained within the food, which is healthier for our body, whereas aluminium is not good. Consequently, it is better to cook our old traditional style, that is iron based cooker, although it doesn't look good, but ultimately its effect is good. Now, which chemical reacts with PTTE or Teflon? Actually, concentrated sulfuric acid doesn't, HF doesn't react, because as I told, HF container is made of PTTE. Lithium perchlorate salt, it's actually a redox reagent. It's a salt, it doesn't react. It's actually hygroscopic. This sodium potassium alloy, yes, it reacts, because first of all, this sodium, we know they are very much prone to convert into sodium plus and electrons. Similar thing case is for potassium also. So they are actually extremely reducing agent. So they are extremely reducing. Consequently, what happened? They they react with this CF bond, and that's the reason why it reacts. Actually, this sodium potassium alloy are one of very few reagent which reacts with PTT. Not only this CF, super acids can also react with PTT or Teflon. So this is the information. Please remember, but I've already discussed a dedicated lecture on super acid. You can visit. These are different kinds of molecule. So this is the end of the discussion. Thanks for watching. If possible, please visit my another channel, Climate and Chemistry.